Gabriel Rosado believes that David Morrell has awakened a new, more aggressive side of David Benavidez with his consistent trash talk and insults in the lead-up to their highly anticipated fight on Saturday, February 1 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Benavidez, the undefeated WBC interim light heavyweight champion, 29-0, 24 KOs, has been called out in ways he's not used to by Morrell, who repeatedly questioned his skills and courage. According to Rosado, this verbal back and forth has fired up Benavidez, who is expected to come out swinging, aiming to overwhelm Morrell with relentless punches and secure a knockout in the 12-round main event, airing on PBC's Prime Video PPV. This fight has generated immense buzz as two undefeated fighters clash, each with distinct styles that promise to make the matchup thrilling. David Morrell, 11-0-9 KOs, a highly technical Cuban fighter, has called Benavidez a basic and limited fighter, comparing him to a RoboCop. He has criticized Benavidez for relying too much on his size and high-volume punching to dominate opponents throughout his career at 168 pounds. Morrell represents a new kind of challenge for Benavidez, who is stepping into the light heavyweight division against an opponent with the technical skills to expose potential weaknesses. For Benavidez, this fight is significant as it marks his first real test after 12 years as a professional boxer, and Rosado believes there's a possibility that he could falter under the pressure. However, he still leans toward Benavidez due to his experience and track record, though he cautions against underestimating Morrell's ability to deliver a surprise. Rosado also highlighted the significance of this fight for both fighters. He believes Morrell needed this fight more than Benavidez to elevate his career and prove himself against a top-level opponent. Despite this, Rosado admires Benavidez's willingness to accept the challenge, noting that it shows his determination and fighting spirit. Benavidez, often labeled as the Mexican Monster, didn't have to take this fight but agreed to face Morrell, who Rosado says hit the jackpot by securing this matchup. However, Rosado also pointed out that Morrell has been calling out Benavidez since 2022, and it took 2 years for Benavidez to respond. This dynamic adds to the tension between the fighters, making the upcoming bout even more compelling. The fight is expected to be an explosive encounter, with both fighters likely to trade powerful blows. Rosado predicts that the key to victory will come down to their respective styles, Morrell's punching power versus Benavidez's relentless volume of punches. Morrell is seen as the harder hitter, while Benavidez relies on his ability to apply constant pressure and wear down his opponents. Rosado wonders which style will ultimately prevail, as both fighters are capable of delivering devastating results in the ring. This question of power versus volume will be the central theme of their battle, and fans are eager to see how it plays out. Morrell's Cuban boxing background adds an intriguing element to the fight. Unlike Benavidez's previous opponents, who often stood still and allowed him to unleash his high-volume attacks, Morrell is likely to use his movement and tactical intelligence to frustrate and outmaneuver him. The Cuban school of boxing emphasizes ring IQ and avoiding unnecessary exchanges, which could work in Morrell's favor. If he can keep moving and avoid being pinned down, Morrell has a good chance of neutralizing Benavidez's strengths. Fighters like Benavidez, who depend on high output and aggressive combinations, often struggle against mobile opponents who use precise single punches to control the pace of the fight. Rosado also noted that Benavidez may face additional challenges at light heavyweight. In his debut at 175 pounds against Alexander Chvazdai, Benavidez appeared to tire in the later rounds, particularly from the 8th round onward. This fatigue was likely due to the extra weight he's carrying at this higher weight class, combined with the harder punches he faced from opponents in the division. The power and physicality at 175 pounds are significantly different from what Benavidez encountered at 168 pounds, where he fought opponents like David Lemieux, Anthony Durrell, Demetrius Andrade, and Caleb Plant. If Morrell can exploit these weaknesses and maintain his movement, he could force Benavidez into a slower, more strategic fight, which might not play to Benavidez's strengths. Ultimately, Rosado sees this fight as a clash of contrasting styles, with the outcome depending on which fighter can impose their game plan. If Morrell's power and movement can outlast Benavidez's relentless pressure, he could secure a significant victory. On the other hand, If Benavidez can maintain his high-volume attacks and break through Morrell's defenses, he may add another knockout to his record. This fight is shaping up to be a high-stakes battle that will test both fighters' skills, endurance, and mental toughness. Fans can expect an unforgettable showdown as these two undefeated boxers meet in the ring to determine who truly reigns supreme. Gabriel Rosado also pointed out that this fight is not just a clash of physical skills, but also a battle of mental toughness and resilience. Benavidez has been in high-pressure situations before and has shown his ability to dig deep and deliver under challenging circumstances. However, Morrell's trash-talking and relentless confidence might have disrupted Benavidez's usual calm approach, forcing him into a more emotionally charged state. While this newfound aggression could work in Benavidez's favor, it might also make him more prone to mistakes if Morrell can capitalize on his opponent's heightened emotions. The mental aspect of this fight will play a crucial role in determining who gains the upper hand as the rounds progress. Additionally, Rosado emphasized that Benavidez's fighting style relies heavily on his opponents being stationary targets, allowing him to unleash his signature high-volume combinations. Fighters who have the ability to move, adjust, and fight smartly, like Morrell, can often neutralize this approach. Morrell's Cuban boxing style, known for its technical finesse and disciplined movement, poses a unique challenge for Benavidez. If Morrell can keep Benavidez from planting his feet and throwing in volume, he might frustrate the Mexican monster and force him into an unfamiliar style of fighting. The ability to adapt will be a key factor in determining who comes out on top. The weight difference also remains a significant factor in this matchup. Benavidez's transition from 168 pounds to 175 pounds is still a relatively new journey, and his performance against Alexander Gvozdyk highlighted some potential challenges. The added weight may have slowed him down and reduced his stamina, issues that Morrell could exploit with his sharper punches and quicker footwork. Benavidez's endurance will be tested, especially if the fight goes into the later rounds, where fatigue could leave him vulnerable to Morrell's power shots. Conversely, Morrell must also prove that he can handle the relentless pressure that Benavidez is known for, making this fight a test of stamina and conditioning for both men. Lastly, the stakes of this fight cannot be overstated. For Benavidez, a victory would solidify his status as a legitimate force in the light heavyweight division and silence critics who question his ability to take on elite opponents. For Morrell, this fight is an opportunity to make a massive statement and establish himself as one of the top fighters in the sport. Both fighters have a lot to prove, and the outcome of this bout could significantly impact their careers. Fans are eagerly anticipating this electrifying matchup, which promises to deliver drama, excitement, and a definitive answer to the question of whether power or volume will reign supreme. Regardless of the result, this fight is a testament to the courage and determination of both fighters as they step into the ring for what could be the most pivotal moment of their careers. The clash between David Benavidez and David Morrell isn't just another fight. It's a pivotal moment in their respective careers that promises to reshape the light heavyweight landscape. Benavidez, known as the Mexican monster, has built his legacy on overwhelming opponents with relentless volume and sheer aggression. However, stepping into the ring with a technically sharp and mentally focused fighter like Morrell presents an entirely new challenge. Morrell's Cuban boxing pedigree and his ability to adapt and outthink his opponents make him a wild card in this matchup. The trash talking in the build-up to this fight has added a layer of intensity, awakening a fiercer version of Benavidez, but that could either be his greatest weapon or his downfall. If Morrell's movement, precision, and power can counter Benavidez's volume, it could spell a dramatic upset that changes the trajectory of both fighters' careers. As the boxing world waits with bated breath, this showdown represents more than just a fight. It's a battle of ideologies and fighting styles. Will the methodical, technically gifted Morrell prove that skill and strategy can neutralize brute force? Or will Benavidez's pressure, stamina, and heart overpower the Cuban technician? With the stakes higher than ever, the outcome of this fight will have far-reaching implications. A victory for Benavidez will solidify his transition to the light heavyweight division and put him closer to unifying the titles, while a win for Morrell will catapult him into boxing stardom, proving he belongs among the elite. No matter who emerges victorious, This fight will be remembered as a defining moment in both their careers and an electrifying chapter in modern boxing history.